He was forged out of the darkest corners of the observable universe and evolved into the literal god of death. There have been a lot of alien DNA samples in Ben 10's Omnitrix, and we see a handful of them throughout the 5 iterations of the show. What if I told you there were more aliens that were outright banned from ever airing? Yeah, that never happened. But there are a bunch of fan-made aliens that sound pretty badass, so today why don't we go through each one in depth and explain why exactly they were too dangerous to be on Ben 10's Omnitrix roster. And you're going to want to watch till the end of this video, because after we go through the first 9 destructive alien forms, we're going to reveal another alien from the same realm as Radscare, the alienized predator from part 1. Be sure to subscribe, and with all that said, let's jump right into it.
It's obvious. Everybody loves to watch Ben 10.
The first alien to be banned from Ben's roster was No Name, the species Homo dryadalis, who is actually a female alien sample. This alien has the ability to manipulate something as soon as it understands its true name. If it knows Ben's name, it can manipulate his body to doing evil things. If it knows about fire, it can erupt all volcanoes and wildfires on Earth. And if it knows the Earth's name, it can manipulate and destroy all life on Earth. This alien species used to inhabit Ireland until they were wiped out by St. Patrick's centuries ago. Super freaky alien. Thank God No Name is banned from the alien playlist. If you've seen my video on unseen non-canon Ben 10 aliens, you already know this one. This one is one of the only ones that was not fan-made, but rather was made by the Ben 10 creators in a non-canon fashion. While he looks like just another Wildvine ripoff, Plantapocalypse's powers are pretty badass. He can devour entire cities, and his growth is based purely on ingesting solid matter.
Some aliens should have never made the Omnitrix.
He has long elastic tentacles that stretch from city to city, that can basically eat entire buildings to get stronger. Me and my buddy White Stick Shinobi actually did a redesign of this one with a bunch of cool new powers, so be sure to check that video out right after this one if you want to see that. Next is Slaughterhouse. Such a badass name. A member of the Tekadon Blacklight species. Remember the Tekadon robots and how hard they were to beat? And remember the Weapon Masters who were even harder to beat? Well, those guys are back with a new prototype for a Tekadon bioweapon, which is literally a living virus. These guys can shapeshift into various things, manipulate flesh and blood, and literally end any life they want to in a matter of seconds. Very infectious guys, and unbelievably hard to root out and destroy. They were the first robots merging their advanced robotics with biological warfare. Slaughterhouse can merge technology with organic matter, allowing it to hack or take control of both machines and living beings. They were banned from the Omnitrix for many reasons, so let's hope it stays that way. Cognito Hazard, a pteroglypelin, god these names don't get any easier, is an unstable being from out of the 26th dimension. You know, like the Nalgins from BusyBox. This creature can fade in and out of different dimensions, making it look like a shapeshifter, when in reality it's just moving its giant body across different realities. The shapeshifting element can literally cause humans and other organisms to go insane from confusion, leading ultimately to death from the seizure-inducing movements. Cognito Hazard also leaves echoes of itself in different dimensions it passes through, creating a multi-dimensional presence that confuses its opponents even more. While some individuals with extraordinarily strong mental willpower might be immune or resistant to his confusion-inducing effects, most beings would just go insane from all the dimension hopping. Next is Grunt Double, a Terrafuser, who is not fan-made, but taken from the Fusion Fall video game. The story of Cartoon Network Universe Fusion Fall revolved around an alien invasion of the Cartoon Network universe. CN's most iconic character seemed up to repel Lord Fuse, an intergalactic destroyer, and his army of invaders from planet Fusion, an enormous planet commandeered by Fuse. Grunt Double serves as a smaller but still powerful member of the Terrafuser species, harnessing the ability to fuse matter, have telepathy, healing factor, and basically a hive mind of a whole species. Maybe if Ben masters this one, which is unlikely, he could create a network of telepathy between him and Kevin and Gwen, or even Rook and other teammates. Oh, and I forgot to mention, he can create fusions like Atomics can. Kind of overpowered. Kinda also looks like Plantapocalypse. Imagine those two teamed up, I think they're both banned, for now. Nuclear Hazard, a Titanus squamata, is basically the Godzilla kaiju band alien here. A mix of humongous atomics, Nuclear Hazard is basically a giant colossal oaf that emits nuclear radiation like the frickin' Hiroshima blast. Any damage Nuclear Hazard sustains could accelerate his regeneration, fueled by nuclear energy. This walking fallout also spontaneously evolves, making it extremely large and unpredictable. Basically just stay away from him if you like staying alive, because this lethal dino freak is no joke. Imagine if Ben turned into this one accidentally and started literally killing off all his friends and people around him just by existing. That's why he was banned from the Omnitrix database. Gumbrawl. Imagine the genus. It is of course a reference to a Dragon Ball character, who is obviously not canon to Ben 10. Rest in peace, Toriyama. The reason Gumbrawl is banned, for his cute demeanor, is that he can possess and control the Omnitrix user, and completely detransform and control their body, Ghost Freak style. You don't just have a pink Ben running around committing crimes, while Ben is probably dormant or even killed inside Gumbrawl's subconscious. If you wanted a Ghost Freak style alien somewhere on this banned alien playlist, you got it, you psychos. Gehenna major species in the Omnitrix database, Memento Mori, great name by the way, is not actually a scared theater mask when you look at his face. Actually, his eye is the big yellow thing, and he possesses 2 mouths, with 2 tongues sticking out as he feasts on his prey. He has hypnotism abilities, and as soon as his prey sees him, he can hypnotize them into seeing him in the corner of their eye, but always in the peripheral. This can make the victim go insane from not being able to see him properly, and also from, being mind controlled. This means of psychological warfare makes Memento Mori an excellent strategist in battles where fear and confusion are as much weapons as physical strength, although perhaps this hypnotism is less effective or entirely ineffective in direct eye contact, making him avoid confrontations that require facing his adversaries head on, so there is a potential weakness. This does remind me of a TMNT 2012 episode where a guy named Falco did this to a turtle, and Donnie beat him by closing his eyes and doing a ninja sense thing. That's a story for another day. Still a badass alien that is rightfully banned from the Omnitrix database. NightGore, a member of the D. Necros species, and this one is absolutely no joke. He was forged out of the darkest corners of the observable universe and evolved into the literal god of death. He would completely embody the darkness of the black void, exuding death and destruction to all he wishes it upon. NightGore could manipulate the very essence of void and nothingness, absorbing energy and life, leaving behind desolation. He could utterly extinguish life at a molecular level, turning living beings into servants or even dust. Think Emo Alien X. Yeah, how about we don't let Albedo get access to that one? Thanks. Azimuth keeping it banned from Omnitrix is probably for the best. And the most dangerous alien in this banned alien list is MissingNo. The Mandelic Notice sample from Omnitrix is a creature from the same dimension as Radscare, if you'll remember him from part 1 of the series. I can't begin to describe MissingNo. The second one looks away from him, yet forget about his existence. He could also manipulate states of matter, for instance touching a human and turning their body from a solid to a gas instantaneously. Ben could watch Kevin turn from metal to a liquefied version of that, then forget who did it as soon as MissingNo left his plane of vision. Now this one is actually not banned, because no creature, not even Azimuth, was able to spot him long enough to ban the DNA sample. He has evaded every realm he has wreaked havoc in, making him the most dangerous alien here because he still poses a risk to any Omnitrix bearer because of its unbanned nature. And that's 10 more banned Ben 10 aliens explained. Full credit for the ideas and illustrations go to my good friend at Poly1Clips on TikTok, who created these alien ideas in the first place. So go follow her with the link below. She's currently working on a fan comic called Into the Omniverse. Go support her any way you can. If you enjoyed my video, leave your thoughts on these aliens in the comments down below, and like and subscribe to support my future work. Follow all my socials and check out my dozens of other Ben 10 videos on the channel, including my vid on the first 10 banned transformations. I'll see you beautiful ladies and jellyfish in the next one.